we're in week 3, module 3. So now things are going to get a little bit easier and less confusing, hopefully, because we'll just have our 2 classes. So you're doing one of them right now. You're done with today's class, assuming you stay on and participate. And then you have 2 assignments. So each week, 2 classes, 2 assignments. So those assignments might be something like submitting a video of you doing exercise, or it might be a quiz related to one of their reading assignments. So for this week, your 2 assignments, one is reading the physical activity goals and then just writing up at least 1 goal for yourself. So that's in assignments, module 3. And then there's a reading on should you warm up before exercise, and has a quiz attached, and that is also in module 3. And we're going to talk a little bit today about the warm-up. So everything I'm talking about is what you're going to read about, and we'll get you totally prepared for that quiz. The benefits of a warm-up, because it prepares your body, it prepares your muscles. Of course, we kind of know that one, but it also prepares the joints. So moving your body before you start working out is going to prepare your joints, lubricate the joints, and it prepares your lungs and vascular system. So it starts pumping blood through your body, increases your body temperature, and gets you ready. So muscle temperature increases, which if you increase your muscle temperature, you're going to be less likely to strain a muscle or overstretch it. So one of the things that comes up, and we'll talk about stretching, is if your muscles are cold and then you stretch them, there's a potential to strain a muscle because you're stretching it when it's cold. And then it also just improves like the elasticity of the muscle. So once they're warm, it increases your speed and your strength. And the warm-up also increases your blood temperature, which means your blood is going to be pumping through all the muscles that you need and bringing oxygen into the muscles. The warm-up is going to lubricate the joints, so then you can have a larger range of motion, do bigger movements with both the muscle and the joints. The warm-up helps you from overheating. So it kind of starts this process of slowly warming up your body to process the heat that it's going to have once you start moving. Increasing the warm-up is going to help increase the production of hormones, making like the carbohydrates and fatty acids available for use, for energy, mentally clear your mind. One way to think about a warm-up, it's called a ramp warm-up. This is not in your reading, but this is the type of warm-up I do. Oh, it's called a ramp warm-up. So think of it as like you're getting on the freeway, you're on an on-ramp to the freeway. Okay, so you start to go slow, and then you start to increase speed, and then you start increasing speed so that right when you get onto the freeway, you're ready to go, full speed. So ramp is an acronym. R stands for raise your heart rate, increase your blood flow, increase your body temperature. A, the A part of ramp, is to activate the muscle groups you're going to be exercising. So that means start warming those muscles up. M in the ramp acronym is to mobilize the joints and incorporate the ranges of motions that you're going to be doing during the workout. So if we were going to be doing a lot of arms up in the air, I would do a lot of like shoulder rolls and movement at the joints that we're going to be working. And the P stands for potentiate. So that's a little bit different than activate. Potentiate is to actually start preparing the body for the actual moves you're going to do during the workout. So one is the activate is warming. So today what we'll do is I'll do something like maybe jump ropes, jogging in place, and knees up, and butt kicks. And that's activating the muscle groups, getting blood flowing through the muscles. But then I'll start doing some movements that are actually related to the movements we're going to do during our workout, such as squats and lunges, and it will be moving because it's part of the warm-up, but it's potentiating. It's getting our body ready to do the actual work. Something that you definitely need to know, and this is also mentioned in your reading, is the difference between dynamic and static stretching. When we're warming up our muscles, after the muscles are warmed, you can do dynamic stretches. So those are stretches where you're moving, side to side lunges. And I'll show you when we're actually doing it. I'll say this is a dynamic stretch. So dynamic stretches are good once the muscles are warm. So I activate the muscles by doing some like jogging in place or something. Even if you're not doing an aerobic workout, say if you're going jogging, activating the muscles would be starting to walk or actually doing a gentle jog. And what you don't want to do is a static stretch. So a static stretch is a stretch where you just hold and lengthen the muscle. So that you don't want to do at the beginning of a workout. Even if you've already done your activation where you kind of warmed up the muscles right at the beginning of your workout, still don't do static stretches. You save those for the very end when you're starting to cool down, because now your muscles are super warm and you're actually trying to get the heart rate to drop. And that's when the muscles are ready for the long stretches and the holds, and your body's ready to start ramping down. You're getting on the off ramp. We take the heart rate. We'll stop during class and we'll take a heart rate, and I'll count for 10 seconds. And that 10 seconds is just a quick shot of how hard your heart is working at that moment in time. But what we really want to know is we want to know, what are your beats per minute, the whole 60 seconds. We don't want to know 10 seconds. We want to know 60. So that 10 second just shows how is it beating right now. And then we multiply that by 6 to get the beats per minute. And the reason I just do a 10-second count and I don't do that whole 1 minute is because your heart rate recovers over time. The better shape you're in, the quicker it recovers. So an elite athlete might have their heart rate spiked out, maxed out, and when they stop, they've gone down to resting heart rate in like within a minute. So they really wouldn't know what their heart rate was if they spent a whole minute counting it. So we do a 10-second count. You always multiply it by 6 to get your beats per minute. So from here on out for the rest of the semester, it will always be a 10-second count. We did the 1 minute at the beginning just to get our resting heart rate. We'll do it only one more time at the end of the semester, but every other time we do a heart rate, it's going to be a 10-second count.
I'm just going to start with just pedaling my feet. So it's a little pedal, and I'm going to jump rope my arms. So it's a little mini jog and a jump rope. All right, I'm going to bring my jump rope arms up. Reverse your jump rope arms. Reverse circles. Bring your jump rope arms down. All right, just jog out the arms, and we're going into butt kicks. If you don't want to jump, you're just going to do heel to butt. You slow it down a little bit, but you still try to keep up your speed. All right, and jumping jacks, out and in. If you don't want to jump, jumping's not for everyone, you're still going to be mobilizing those same joints. 4, 3, 2, knees up. Let's go elbow to knee. Elbow to knee. Good. So circle the shoulders. I'm doing shoulder circles. Take your hand to your foot. Wide feet. Just windmill arms. Okay. Reverse your windmill arms. Reverse your foot. Good. It's a little bit of a brain exercise. Hand to opposite foot. 4, 3, 2. Okay, reach up and over. Reach, reach. Pull the belly in, abs in. Reach out in front. Good. Both arms and a ham curl. So chest press, arms, ham curl legs. Good. Knees up, arms up. Military press arms or shoulder press. Kick it out. Kick. So this is called Frankenstein. We'll just reach out towards the foot. Don't try to touch the foot. It's warming up the hamstrings. 4, 3, 2, and now let's squat. Sit into the heels and stand. Sit, stand, sit, stand. Come up to the toes, heels, up to your toes, heels, toes. All right, guys, step back, right leg, step it back. Let's take it down, up, at the arms. When you come up, press through this left heel. Hold it up, step the knee in, and step back. Knee up, step back one more time. Knee up, step back, forward crescent. Reach out the arms and pull the back knee in. Pull, pull. pull. Good. Okay, get lower. Weight in the left heel. Get lower, reach further. If you can get that right hand down to the ground, left elbow to the right knee, go for it. Otherwise, just stay low. You're gonna feel your quad burning. 4, 3, 2, 1. Step back. Straighten and bend the front leg. Straighten and bend. So this is a perfect example of a dynamic stretch. I'm stretching my hamstring, but I'm keeping it moving. It's dynamic. Straightening that front leg. Here we go for 4, 3, 2, lunge forward. Step the back foot in. Step back left leg. Straight down and then press through the heel to come up. And we'll do swimmer hug arms.
She tastes like cold.
All right, let's hold it down. Reach it out. Pull the back knee in. Pull, pull. Reach further with the arms. Reach further back with the leg. Get lower. Weight in the right heel. Left hand down. Right elbow to the left knee. You don't have to go down if that's not comfortable. 4, 3, 2, step back. Straighten and bend the front leg. You can be up here. That's fine. If you're super flexible and go down to the ground, that's fine. If you have yoga blocks, that feels really nice. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Lunge forward. Step the back foot in to meet the front foot. Step out wide. And let's lunge side to side. Now we're warming up our inner thighs. This is our groin muscles, inner thighs, same thing. Reach to the opposite foot, pull the belly in. All right, we're gonna windmill the arm, top arm up. Belly pulls in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to center. Walk the feet in a little bit. Drop the weight of the heels. Round the spine, cat the spine, and flatten it out, lower the butt down. So we're gonna round up, flexion of the spine, flattening it out, lowering it down. Round up, flatten and lower. Round up, flatten and lower, and let's round all the way up, all the way, pull the belly in, roll the shoulders back. Turn your toes out to the sides. So we're externally rotating. We're gonna go down and up. Straight down and up. Reach down towards the ground, pull the belly in and take it around the world. Abs in, reach around the world. Down to the ground, opposite way around the world, pulling the belly in. And bring it straight down. Let's bring it up. All right, we're gonna jump in, out like a slow jack. 4, 3, 2, and we're gonna pick it up. Just regular jack. 4, 3, 2, hold it. Pick up the right knee. Take the knee out to the side. Bring it back in and put it away. Left side. Up. Bring it out. Bring it in, put it away. Right side, pick up the knee. Up. Out. In. Down. Up. Out. In and down. 2 more. 1 more. All right, so I've pretty much warmed up everything. The only thing I haven't done is I did a little rotation here, but I haven't done any side bends. So let's to the left. Over to the other side. And bring it back up. All right, grab your weights, your hand weights. Okay, we're gonna find balance on the left foot. Step back with the right leg. Drop it to a lunge. Bring the leg up and pick up the knee. So the legs are gonna look like this. Reverse lunge, knee, reverse lunge, kick. Bicep the arms, and extend. Up, and in. Reverse lunge, press through the heel. As you come up, good. For 5, 4,
tonight's gonna be
Arms
a
tight as your body.
good
3,
night.
good.
That tonight's
2,
gonna be a good night.
1, step
That
back.
tonight's gonna be
Drop it down,
a
hold it
good,
down,
good
bicep arms.
night.
Up and down. Drop that back knee down. Weight in the left
Tonight's
heel.
gonna
And up
be
the ball.
a good night.
3,
That tonight's
2,
gonna be
1.
a
Alternate.
good
Snap
night.
bicep curl.
That
Tight muscles.
tonight's gonna
Pull your
be
muscles
a good,
into the
good
moves.
night.
For 5,
Tonight's the night.
4. Drop it down. 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Good. All right. What we're going to do is step onto the left side of your mat. Up, right side. Okay, step over the mat. Curtsy lunge. Bring it up. Step. Curtsy. Bring the weights up. Step. Chest press on the curtsy. Step over. Curtsy. Curtsy. Elbows are just below the shoulders. Step. Curtsy. Step. Curtsy. 4 more. 4. 3. 2. Good. 1. All right. Drop out your weights. We're going to do the same thing, only it's going to be a little bit faster. It's going to go step, curtsy, hop, curtsy, hop, curtsy. Touchdown if you want. That's going to increase the heart rate. So it's optional. You can stay right where we were. No jumping, keeping it slow. Otherwise, we're going 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. All right, grab one weight. If you have super light weights, like if you have 1 pound or 2 pounds, you can do both weights. We're gonna go wide on the mat. All right, we're gonna rotate and we're gonna come into a low lunge on the right side, and we're gonna return. We're gonna rotate and return. Make sure you're pivoting on your feet going into the lunge. All right, now we're going to pull the belly in and we're going to swing and bring it back in. Swing, pull the tummy as you swing and lower. Swing, lower, and then we can go faster if you want. Swing, that belly has to be pulled in. The heavier your weight is, the slower you should go. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring it up. All right. Stay straddling the mat. Pull the belly in. Bend your knees. Lengthen your tailbone down. So think about you lifting your pubic bone up a little bit towards the belly button. Abs in. Weight at the chest. We're going to just rotate. Little rotations. Little twists to the right. Each twist, we're going to pull the belly in and we're growing tall. Crown of the head. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, weight in the left hand. So we have we're on guard here. Pull the belly in. We're going to punch with the left hand. Pull the right elbow back. Pull the belly in and return. Punch, return. So try not to do this rotation. We're making smaller movements without the rotation. Okay, now we're going to add the rotation. Watch. Rotate, rotate. I'm just twisting my left foot to go with my punch. Abs in. Pull the right elbow back. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop out the rotation. All right, belly button down, nothing moves. Rotate. Pulling the tummy in. Twist. Oblique twist. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's grab both weights again. Okay, so we just did a bicep curl, and I didn't even go over kind of the fundamentals of bicep curl. Bicep curl, hands are forward. Shoulder heads are back. All right, so we want to be working our upper back muscles, our rhomboids. Typically what happens is this. Is shoulders roll forward and then we do a lot of work. But there's no sense in doing that. We don't need to make our back muscles spread out and weaker. We want to roll the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other, activate the rhomboids, and then add the arms. We're going to do hammer curls. So knuckles now are facing in. Roll the shoulder heads back. Hammer curl up, down. Control the down part. Nice, good. I see a couple of you guys with really heavy weights. So if you have super heavy weights, like 20, 25 pounds, when we're doing our rotations, I would drop out the weight. Like especially we do those kind of like James Bond rotations, and we'll drop it out. Okay, weight in the right foot, step back with the left foot, hammer curl, and kick. Reverse lunge, kick. Control the eccentric movement of the weights as the weights go down to the ground. Slow and control. Tightening the arms. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, we're going to step out to the right and then shoulder press. So it's a side lunge, shoulder press. Side lunge, shoulder press. Side, shoulder, side, shoulder. If you want, you can pick up the pace. Side, press, side, press. If your weights are nice and heavy, then slow down the movement. When you side lunge, drop the weight into the heel. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Drop out one of the weights. All right. Straddle your mat. All right, we're going to squat down, reach down, and pretend you're picking the weight up off the ground, and then we're going to place it up on a shelf behind us. So pick it up, hold the belly in, place it up on the shelf. Pick up and place. I'm rotating my right hip to place it. Make sure your abs pull in as you rotate the torso. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up. All right, let's grab the weight, a single weight in the right hand. Step the left foot forward. Come forward. Okay, so let the arm hang. Pull your elbows straight back to the ceiling. Roll the shoulder head back. Squeeze your right shoulder blade in towards your spine. Keep the elbow back, and we're going to kick it back. Tricep kickbacks. So I'm going to show you from the side. Elbow stays back. So there's a tendency to want to like kind of move at the shoulder joint. You're stabilized at the shoulder joint. The only joint that's moving is the elbow. Flexion and extension. When you come in, stop halfway. Extend and then stop. Extend, stop. Stop, good. At that 90-degree angle, you want to stop. For 3, 2, okay, straight arm, shoulder head rolls back, and a lat press. We're pressing straight up to the sky. If the weight's a little heavy, drop it out. Keep your ankle up nice and high without the weight. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And let's go to the other side. Right foot forward. Pull the elbows straight back. Roll the shoulder head back. Tuck your elbow in. My chest now is facing the ground, so I don't want to roll back this way. Keep your chest to the ground, shoulder head back, elbow lifted, and kick up to the sky and bring it in. Kick and bring it in. Good. Nice. All right, and now kick it and only bring it halfway in. Stop at that 90-degree angle. Nice, abrupt, tight stop. Stop. Kick and then half bicep. Good. 4. I see a couple of you guys still moving kind of at the shoulder joint, and your shoulder doesn't move. It's just flexion, extension at the elbow. Hold it up. Shoulder head back. Press. Lat press. Press your upper arm bone towards the sky. The weight stays above the hips. 4, 3, 2, and release it. All right. Just roll out the shoulders. Swing out the arms. Okay. We're going to straddle the mat. We're going gonna do something just to kind of work the legs, the lower body. So we don't have machines to work the legs, so what we have is our body weight. So what we're gonna do on the mat, you're gonna step forward with the right foot, squat, and then just run back with the right foot. So it's gonna be step, squat, jog it back. Right? Step, squat, jog. If you want to increase intensity, it's jump, squat, run. Jump, squat, run. Leading with the right foot. 4 more. 4. And remember, if your heart rate's getting up, you can slow it down. 2 more. And 1. Good. Grab. One single weight. Right hand. All right, straddle the mat. Bend the knees a little bit. Lengthen your tailbone down and now core up. Hold the belly in. We're going to do a little twist to the left. Abs are pulled in. Small range of motion because we're using our obliques, our abdominal muscles, to do the twist and the untwist. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, punch it out. Pull the left elbow and return. Belly pulls in as we punch. Small range of motion. If you go too deep, you're going to feel it in your back. You want to keep it in the front body. 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we can add the rotation. And if you have one of those big, huge, heavy weights, I see some of you guys have like 30 pounds. You might want to get some lighter ones too for all of this like compound rotational movement. 3, 2, 1. All right. Pick up, put away left side. Squat at your heels. Nice. Squat, pull the belly in, put away. Pick up, put away. Abs are pulled in, picking up and putting away. For 4, 3, abs in, 2, 1. All right, drop out the weight. Straddle your mat. So before we did our jump squat forward and then we ran back with the right foot, we're just doing it symmetrical now. So we're going to step squat, left foot runs back. Step squat, run back, let's go. If you want to jump squat, you can. The jump will get your heart rate up. Just land as softly as you can. Weight in the heels. 8 more. 8 more. Heart rate, start with 0. Ready, set, and go. Let's keep moving. I'm just going to talk for a sec. Heels to butt. So whenever we get our heart rate moving, our heart rate up, I usually will stop and do a heart rate check, reach up and over, abs in. I'll do a heart rate check. So last week we read about max heart rate. So your max heart rate is your age minus 220. So let's just say, pick up the knees. Use your abs to think about lifting your knee. Go Benji. Oh, Benji, I recognize you from yoga. Good. Was it yoga? Were you in my yoga class? All right. So when we do, let's keep the feet moving just a little bit. I don't want the blood to pool. So when we do a heart rate check, it will be 10 seconds. And we'll multiply that by 6, because what we want is a 60-second count. We want to know what would your heart be beating at, how many beats per minute. So this count here is 10 seconds, always. Multiply it by 6 to get what your active heart rate is. So what does max mean, and how does that relate? Maximum is just kind of where you're working at high intensity. If you're at maximum, that's okay. It just means you're at a really high intensity. Nothing's wrong with that. The problem is you don't want to be there for long periods of time. We'll end up doing high intensity training where we specifically want to hit max. We even go over max. We're not going to die. Although if you stay over max for too long, that's when you do get winded, breathy. So if you're just getting into shape now, you might want, if your heart rate gets high, drop things down, drop down intensity, get everything a little bit lower. All right, guys, let's go to some stretches now. So now I'm gonna do static stretches. Lunge over to the right. Weight in the heel. Pick up your left toe. So we're stretching our groin here on the left side. We're stretching the hamstring. And this is called static. I'm holding the stretch, it's lengthened, and that's okay because we're all warmed up. All right, drop the toe, lunge left. Drop your weight back into the left heel, pick up the right toe. All right, bring it to center, and I'm lengthen the back of your legs. If you have yoga mat, yoga blocks, which I recommend, especially if you have tight hamstrings, then you have something to hold on to. If you have the flexibility, go down to the mat, that's good, but I want you to keep your head up above your heart right now. All right, pull the belly in, and let's twist open to the left. Pull the belly in and untwist. Abs in, twist open right. And untwist. Hands on the thighs, drop the weight into the heel. Round the spine, pull the belly in, and let's come all the way up. Take it down to your mat, and let's have our weights with us. Okay, so weights close by. All right, arms out in front. And on last week, I think I showed you guys kind of the modification for a full sit-up is you can use your legs. So let's do a couple of those warm-up sit-ups where we use a lot of leg to help us get up, and that's to just warm our spine up a little bit, get it ready to roll up and down. Okay, now little by little use less arms. So now I'm kind of just more relying on my core. That depending upon where you are at your fitness level, rely on your legs and your arms as much as you need to. Otherwise, we're going arms out. We're going to roll down, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4. Down, chin to chest, pull the belly and roll it down. And now grab onto an imaginary rope and pull yourself up that rope if you can. Up that rope, use your legs if you need to. And then we're going to go down. And pull the belly in and pull yourself up the rope. Pull, 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 and down. Good. And last time, pull yourself up, up. All right, grab your weights. You have the option. You don't have to use weights for this. Like if you felt that was challenging enough, don't add weights to this. But this is your option with having weights during your sit-ups. We can hold them in our hands and we go down. I reach out and it helps me come up. It's really helping. It's like propelling me up. If I want to make it more challenging, I'll keep the weights at my chest. And then if I'm like really want to like kill myself, I could keep the weights against my chest and I'm pushing them into my body. So I'm no longer holding them with my hands. I'm pressing them into my chest. I'm creating some extra resistance on the way up. So do whatever you want. You don't even need to have weights if you don't want to have weights. Whatever you want's fine. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going to take it down. We're going to do chest press. Our knuckles are going to be facing in towards each other, and then we'll go knuckles facing out. So onto your back. If you by chance have a yoga block, this is super nice to rest your head on a yoga block, but on your mat's fine too. Knuckles are facing together. Elbows go out and press it in. All right, so if you want to add a little abs to this, we're going to pull the knees in. And as our arms go out, we're going to press our legs out, pull the belly in, and bring them in. Abs in. Don't go too low to the ground. I want you to keep the work in your front body, your abs, not your back. So you might need to press a little bit higher up towards the ceiling versus down towards the ground. 3, 2, 1. Pull the knees in, weights up, straight up. Drop your weights a little bit to the right and your knees to the left, and then pull the belly in and bring it back to center. Weights to the left, knees to the right, abs pull in to come back to center. As I drop my weights, I kind of do a half chest press on the side I'm dropping. So my left elbow is bending, scooping out the abs, bringing it back to center. Bending it in and pressing it back to center. Bend and press. Use the abs to suck the belly in to get those knees to come back to center. Suck it in, and 2 more. Last one. All right, let's drop out the way. Or actually, now we're gonna go knuckles facing forward. So now my knuckles are facing my thighs. Elbows out to the side. Chest press. All right, as you press up, we are going to rotate the hands so the back of the hands come and the back of the hands touch each other, and then we return. Touch the back of the hands together and return. Press up and return. If you want to add a little bit of ab challenge here, you can extend your legs out, but above the ground, at least 2 or 3 feet above the ground. Don't get them too low. You're going to challenge your low back too much. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. All right, drop out the weights. Hands behind the head. Pull the knees in, little crunches here. Crunch it up. We're almost done with our abs, all right? 3, 2, hold it up, drop your knees over to the right, crunch straight up to the sky, pulling the belly in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull the knees in and press the heels out, in and out. 4, 3, 2, hold it in, little crunches, bring the knees to the center, drop them to the other side, belly in. If you can, squeeze your legs together, keeping the belly pulled in, and pull the knees in, press it out. In. So I'm pressing my legs out. I rotate it at the hips, and I'm pressing out at a high diagonal. Crunch and press. 3, 2, 1. Hold it in the center. All right, rest the head, rest the feet. All right, we're gonna finish with something called crisscross intensive. Right leg in, curl up. Left leg goes long. Squeeze the foot into the leg. Squeeze the inner thighs together, pull the belly in. Take your hands on the outside of the right leg, curl, and roll to your right. Take the hands behind the head. Come to center, curl a little deeper, pull the knee in, rest it down. So it's kind of like bicycle, only way slower and way more controlled. Left knee in, curl, lengthen, squeeze the legs together. Wrap the hands on the outside of the thigh and have your whole low back down on the mat. And rotate, and hands behind the head. All right, and switch side to side to side. So we're doing what we call bicycle, only this is a little different. It's Pilates inspired, which means we're focusing on the long leg. Who cares about little short legs? Long and long. Go longer with the legs. Bicycle for 5, 4, 3. Good. 2, and rest it. Good. Stretch it out. Big stretch. All right, pull the knees into the chest. Little circles. Other way. Knees into the chest and grab behind the thighs. And let's just do a few little rocks coming all the way up to sitting, and then to hands and knees. All right, so let's take your right hand and your right knee and get them in line with each other on the right edge of your mat. Extend your left leg so it's in line. Kickstand your right leg and just open to this modified side plank. So this shouldn't feel like too much of a challenge. This is more of a stretch. And we're gonna pull our belly in and rotate our chest to the ceiling. And tummy pulls in. and come down. Let's do the other side. Left hand, left foot are in line with each other. Extend the right leg so it's in line with the hands. Kickstand, and we open. Rotate open. And pull the belly in and come in. Let's take our right foot forward into a low lunge. All right, and then I'm going to take my left knee back a little bit and very slowly, so go slow through this, because for some people for me, this is a nice stretch for my quad. For some people, it gives you a Charlie horse in the hamstring, so I want you to go slow. You're just gently going to pick up that back heel. And only if it stretches the front of your thigh do you want to pick it up. If it just fires up your hamstring, leave it down on the ground. If this back knee is in too close where you're like kind of like a taking the knee position, it's not going to work. You have to get into hip extension right here on this back leg. And then if you have like the flexibility, reach back and grab onto the foot, go for it, but that's not the goal. And release it. Let's switch sides. All right, so most of you guys I see are okay, but I see a couple people in this position here where you're more in like on the knee, and we're not on the knee, we're really extended at the hip, and I'm at the very top of my kneecap. I'm not on my kneecap. And then that allows me to pick up the back heel if it works. Don't do it if it fires up the hamstring. Only do it if you feel like it lengthens. It's the hip flexor in the front of the thigh. And if you want to reach back and grab on, go for it, but that's not a goal. And release it. Come to hands and knees. Curl the toes, push back to downward facing dog, lengthening your heels down towards the ground, reaching back and away from the wrist. So trying to get as much length from your wrist all the way to your hips, all the way through the side body, as much length as possible. Soften the knees, really soft, walk the feet apart. There, crawl your hands towards your feet and knees are really bent. And we're just gonna hang here. Hands on the thighs, round the spine, suck the belly in, press the feet down, and slowly round yourself all the way up to standing. All right, we're gonna finish with just a little neck stretch. So extend your left hand, thumb up, and drop your right ear to shoulder. Roll this left shoulder back, lengthen the arm. Take the right hand and just bring it up on top and gently place it on the head and just gently let the ear lower towards shoulder. We're slowly going to lower this left arm down towards the ground. Take your right hand off your head, put it on your and use it to push your head back up. Extend the right arm, thumb is up. Roll the shoulder back, take left ear to shoulder, reach around, place your left hand on, and it's just gently laying on your head. And slowly let this right arm lower towards the ground. Take the left hand off, use it to bring your head back up to center. Big stretch, inhale, lift and look. And then exhale, hands to heart. All right, so we are done for the day.